Hi, this is Magnar, and welcome back to Magnar Plays Magnar Mod. In the last episode, we defeated the final decent-sized stack of the Etruscans, and then I just auto-resolved the city battle because there was hardly anyone left, so not really much point fighting that. So now I'm going to use the experience that I gained with my general and make this army a little bit better. So what do we want here? We want to have damage and morale. Sounds good to me. And then here, this guy's more of an attacking general, so I want to have something with lots of attack. Maybe another level of tactician, and I'll use something from another line, maybe defender, because it's all about holding the line and flanking from there. And I want to get rid of this, also this household guy, because this is terrible. No agents are even coming near this army. At the moment, anyway. That's all on recruitment, so I don't want recruitment stuff. More recruitment stuff and morale. Morale's better than nothing. So I'm going to hang out here. We've lost our navy, unfortunately, in a previous episode where we were outnumbered. So now I'm going to have to rebuild that navy. But first, I'm going to see if I can spend the money on something else. Some construction. Oh yeah, okay, that's already been converted. That was already the same... Of course, it was already the same culture, so it doesn't need to be converted. The Etruscans are also Latin in culture, although technically they're not Latin. Latin was Latium. Etruscans had their own culture, but the game doesn't distinguish between the two. So yeah, no, maybe I will just, I'll just grab that. I'll create a new navy here to clean up these last couple of fleets, and I'm going to use that navy and just chuck them into this city to reduce their public order, to increase their public order, because otherwise when I move this guy out they might rebel. So I'm going to look for a general who can give me plus to public order. +1, it's not really that much, but this one, foreign occupation and cultural difference. Well, this is a split culture province, so cultural difference is probably going to be quite handy. Minus corruption. No, not that one. I'm going to go for the one here, which gives House of Cornelia, Gaius Vipsanius Service. Well, say that if you have a lisp. Yeah, just to get those two public order benefits. And I'll reinstate the legacy from our lost fleet. Hopefully it doesn't suffer the same fate. And I'll go for a smaller, more mobile attacking kind of ship rather than the big chunky ones, which can probably last quite a while, because I'm going to go chase these guys. It's more of a offensive ship than a defensive ship. The other one would be defensive, I guess. But for now he can jump in there and he can recruit a couple of units. I think that'll be plenty to just chase these guys down. Now, the other thing which is interesting is that Syracuse in the south has decided to kick Carthage out. So I'm going to have to help Carthage, because I want to have a Punic War later. I don't want Syracuse to kind of destroy Carthage. I'm going to have to send my army down here and put my plans for invading the north of Italy on hold until I can help Carthage out a bit and kill Syracuse. So I'm going to send my spy down there in preparation for the assault. And I'll send my champion, veteran, over to this army here and probably meet them halfway in the middle of the ocean. And then get these guys to get one turn there, so I can, when this is finished, so I can recruit some Sokia to fill out the rest of this army, the last 4 slots. and then send them down south to take care of the Syracusians. Okay, before I do this, I'm going to see if there's anyone else who wants to trade, and then I'll end the turn. So trade for you. Yes, very nice. And trade for these guys. Also excellent. Anyone else feel like trading? Maybe you want to trade. No. These guys definitely don't want to trade, I don't think. Or maybe? Oh, surprising. Okay, that's great. Try these guys again now. Still no luck. Okay, forget them. Epirus surely wouldn't trade with me. Surely not. Yes, as expected. And surely Carthage wouldn't either. No. Worth a shot. The Veneti decided to trade for some reason. Okay, so I'll end the turn now. And yeah, we're going to have to take a little detour. We'll capture the rest of Magna Graecia before moving up to the north of Italy, and then unless something else happens, we'll plan to move over to Iberia. Non-aggression with Sparta? Sure. I don't plan on killing them anytime soon. So having them not kill us, or kill me, kill the Romans would be a nice little bit of security. Athens seems to be taking it to the Epiroosians as well. That is Epirus. So should have non-aggressions with most of the Eastern Front, or trade. And now I'm going to stop these guys raiding. And just auto-calc it. We don't need to see that battle. That's really just going to be quick. A quick kill. It would take 3 seconds. And I will release them this time. Oh, Navy traditions. Okay, because this guy's going to just be sitting in port mostly. I'm going to get a naval tradition, which gives public order. So something maybe like capable bureaucrat, camp administrator. Maybe this capable bureaucrat guy can give me some... yeah, here's one. Okay, so city governor, agriculturalist, adept tradesman, political reformer, or... I'm going to go city governor. I think the next level up gives public order. Oh no, this one does. Okay. Yeah, the next one up does. Yeah, so 2 public order for the next experience level. And here I'm going to grab something else for... oh, he's already married. That's nice. But something else for public order, if I can find something. 3 to public order is good. If nothing else, 2 to public order. 3. 2. I'll go 3. He's not going to be really hit by spies there, I don't expect. And he can... I'm just going to put him back in there. Okay, military tradition. This is... the don't really have access to the big melee ships at the moment, so I'm just going to look at increased speed of firing for the lighter ships. The Romans didn't really have the larger ships until much later, after they kind of copied the Carthaginian navy. So I'll try play around those kind of parameters as well, not recruit too many big ships until later on. Okay, now I can send this guy to the army and start training. Now I did a little bit of research with regards to naming the armies, and I found that the parts of the army which were consisted of the Roman citizen units, those legions would be called Legio Romana, Legio 1 Romana, Legio 2 Romana. Oh, sorry, not Legio 2. That would be only odd numbers, so Legio 1 and Legio 3. The consular armies would be the even numbers, so Legio 2, Legio 4. And the Socii legions would be determined by which wing they were stationed on, because the Socii generally took up the position on the flanks of the Roman citizen infantry, with again the cavalry on the flanks of them. So because of that, I'm going to actually rename all my legions like this, and just have them the same. until they do some kind of big deed. So if one takes all of Italy, then I might give them some kind of military name to reflect something that they've done. And then later on, I'll name them after, like post-Marian reforms, I plan to name the units, the legion, sorry, after the commander of that legion. Because the men in the post-Marian armies generally had their loyalties lie with their general. That's how Caesar was able to become emperor and march his legions on Rome, because he kind of, their go-to man. That's who they supported. They supported him more than Rome. So that enabled the Roman Empire to start. So I'll reflect that with the legion names later on, unless, of course, like I said, they've had their names based on some kind of accomplishment that they've achieved. So this army here, I'll try to take all of Italy with, and then I'll call it something to reflect that. I will have to Google the Latin of it, of course. My Latin is not that great. Okay, now I've got $3,000 to play with. Let's see what we can build now. Okay, some trade goods, some fish. Nah. Or what's happening down here? Nothing here. Okay, I'm going to go grab some trade goods. Get more olive oil. I've got lots of trade partners now, so take advantage of that by getting more goods to trade with them. And I'm actually going to... This is an admiral. Oh no. I don't want to go near him with my navy. I want to get him away from the admiral. Okay, and then turn again. After I've done a few more battles, I will... You guys can tell me what you think of the battles currently in the mod, the mechanics and how the flow, the speed and all that kind of stuff, and how you like it relative to the current release version of the mod. Also what you think of what I've done here with the... sorry, not here. What I've done with the army stances with regards to removing forced march and replacing it with the culturally specific stances. Tell me what you think of that, if you think it's better than what's currently in the mod. And based on the feedback I get from that, we'll determine when or what I'll take into account before releasing the next update. So I'm going to go, I don't know if I want to kill this guy. I kind of should. I'll just do it. Okay. Now the Etruscans are gone. But I can't stay there or I'll suffer attrition, so I'm going to jump out of there. I've also been toying with the idea of making attrition in all ocean areas, not just in the deep ocean. Transporting armies by sea was something which was not done that often, because there was often those losses due to the the weather and such when moving armies by sea. So usually armies moved by land. So I'm playing with the idea, but I don't know if the AI can really handle it, so I probably won't end up implementing it because of that. But yeah, it's an interesting idea, I think. Possibly worth exploring in future updates. Also, throughout these Let's Plays, I may let slip a few little surprises that haven't been released. The information hasn't been released yet, such as possible new surprise factions or other kind of features I might talk about, just to give you a little heads up. So stay tuned. Okay, just go south. I'm not going to stay. I know I only get a little bit of extra movement, but I really want to get down to Syracuse pretty quickly. Okay, my guy's got something here. I'm going to give him, make him a champion so that he can start training them as well with other skills. So I can really get some nice XP in this army. At the moment it's kind of light on for experience. Okay, nice. Okay, Arminum, sorry, has got another slot. So I'm going to expand and see what am I going to get here. I'll probably go for some industry because I want to boost that income a bit more. But I'll probably destroy it later and turn it into something else. And with the last bit, I will recruit nothing. One more turn, okay. So the next turn I'm going to jump down there and I'll stop here, recruit, and then move on. Okay, so hopefully they don't rebel. I'm going to have to build them up soon enough, I think, sooner or later. And I would really like Syracuse to leave an army there so we can fight it and have a nice big battle against them, but I somehow don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to keep pushing against Carthage in North Africa, unfortunately. So yeah, in the list of things to come in version 2.4, I've put in a couple of days ago. I'm not sure if you guys might have checked it or not, but there are 2 surprise factions to be done, released with the next release of the mod. I'm sure you know already that the Carthage will be given all of Nova Carthago's land, and we will move Nova Carthago, the faction, to a different area of the map and rename and change it into a different faction, so a different culture. And that one will be. Hang on a sec, let me just recruit first. So I'll get some cavalry here. Shock cavalry, medium melee cavalry, and some skirmisher cavalry. The SEGA usually consisted of about 3 times as many cavalry than the Romans, so if we consider that as 1 cavalry, we have 3 to match it. So that's why I'm going with 3 cavalry, and it's just to proportion that out properly. Yeah, and that faction that we'll turn Nova Carthago into. Yes, there's a reason I came over here. So while we're waiting for the end turn, what we'll be doing is we'll be taking Larissa here, and we'll be giving it to Nova Carthago. See if you can guess which faction we'll be turning that into. It'll be so there'll be an extra faction, an extra Greek faction, compared to what there currently is. So have a guess. What faction's going to go here? I think it'll be kind of obvious. Just think about what was the most powerful, or had the most of this area in 272 BC, and you'll have your answer. Okay, so we finished our land management, and this rebellion over here is going to happen pretty soon, I think. Patavium, where the hell's Patavium? Patavium. Oh yeah, Patavium's up here. It's not my region. I don't need to worry about that. Okay, so now don't know if I should recruit one more here. I probably I don't really want to wait for another turn to get 1 unit, so I'm just going to move straight down. Catch this army in there. And for research, I'm going to go for some more income. So we've got this one here. Oh no, I want to unlock these dignitaries because that's a handy little agent to have. So I'm going to go straight for the dignitary research, so I can unlock them. And with our surplus of cash, I'm going to expand either there or any think better. Maybe here. Yeah, with all these trade agreements, I may as well boost the trade income. So which one boosts trade income here? From maritime commerce, perfect. Okay, Eulalia's going to have to wait a little longer to fill up there to expand their city a bit. in the next episode, I'll let you know. I'll say which faction will be taking Larissa, what will turn Nova Carthago in. But the other faction that we're going to be adding is a secret until I might let that slip a little later. But a lot of work. That'll be a much more complex faction. It'll be a completely new culture, completely new everything. So require quite a bit of work to get up and running. Yeah, Plague Rebellion. Yep. Yeah, so I got one more turn because now it's winter. I'm not going to go in there in winter. I haven't got a Death Wish, so I'm going to just chill out here in the south of Magna Graecia. And then next turn, make the move on Syracuse. Oh, another level. Excellent. Let's get him a proficient in warfare. I'm sure that will lead to military training skill, which is the entire point of having that character. And nothing else to be done. I don't really want to recruit citizen units here because I want to get rid of them. But what I can do, I'll just recruit one, which I'll then give to this army here. So I'll get a Principe unit. And I'll get another Hastati, so it's not too OP. And I'll just transfer it over to this army here. Actually, I'll probably transfer 2 Principes, one Principe and 2 Triarii, so I have 3, 2, and maybe 2 of these guys, and I'll fill the rest up with Circe here. And turn again. Okay, Syracuse has jumped in the middle of the ocean, but that's not really going to stop anything. I thought that said nerds for a second. The friends of nerds. No, nerades. Okay. Alright, time to take it to Syracuse. I'll do it the good old-fashioned way of breaking any non-aggression pact I have with them. Oh, and Carthage has decided to come in and regain Lilybaeum. That is a shame. I was hoping to take the whole province now. But I'll just have to make do with Syracuse. Seeing as the army's already here, I don't want to go all the way back again for nothing. Okay, so I'll jump over. I'll break all those treaties first, sorry. Cancel trade. Okay. Cancel trade. Declare war. And kill. Okay, so I'll leave this episode with the siege of Syracuse, and I'll fight it in the next episode. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.